Nara. As the sun sets, the deers flock towards the park. Asuka, an old temple under the rain. After the storm, the clouds slowly clear up over soaked rice fields. Welcome to Japan. I've been living here for the past 9 months, and be it the culture, nature, the temples, the language, or warm people, it's not all right, but unlike home, it feels like home. Wakayama. Deep in the mountains, the autumn colors have set in. You'll hear that the culture brings tradition and modernity together. It's true, there are temples and shrines at every corner. Small ones, big ones, old ones. Even in large cities, nature is never far away. Japan is filled with mountains. As an island, it's also surrounded by the ocean and the sea, so the coast is never far either. It rarely takes more than an hour to escape from cityscapes. Obitoke. Along a 1,000-year-old hiking trail, Pita the goat welcomes us to her lovely restaurant. Relationships grow at a different pace here compared to France. The Japanese keep themselves busy with all sorts of activities. With most friends, you have to plan to meet a few days to 1 week in advance, sometimes more. I don't know if it's thanks to the people's lack of time, but I found it easy to form deep friendships here, although being a foreigner also helps to get things started. Nagahama. Morning stroll in the countryside. The architecture is all over the place, making this one house stand out. When we visited Shiga with a close friend, this old man showed me around his house and all the things he had built with his own hands. Excited, he offered to take us on a ride around a nearby lake. He told us the legend behind the lake, a place where a fierce battle would have seen so much blood shed the lake would have turned red. It's called the Red Lake. It was so peaceful though, it's hard to imagine. Back to the cherry blossom season. Families and friends meet for slow walks and picnics along the river. Before I came for the first time, I had heard Japanese people worked all the time and that they looked sad. Well, some do as they live under constant pressure, but overall, they smile a lot more than Frenchmen and some populations in Europe, I feel. It's easy to see the glass half empty as Japanese people can be particularly shy and conceal their feelings at first. Maybe I'm just lucky to have made warm friends, but I don't think so. You do have to adapt and get used to some aspects of the culture though. People rarely tell what's on their mind. Instead, you listen to the words that hide behind the words. In Japanese, this is called kuki o yomu, reading the air. I don't like Japanese cities so much, but at least you can often turn around or walk past the corner and stumble upon an imposing castle or a calm temple. And amazing landmarks are always but a short ride away. Mount Koya. The autumn colors are at their peak. Thousands rest in peace in the mountain's symmetry. Nature in Japan is really like what you've seen in anime movies. It is rich. The landscape varies all the time when you're traveling. So do plants and trees. On a half-a-day hike around home, you can see fields, mountains, enter the woods, pass through villages, walk along ponds and rivers, see temples, and eat delicate food in the middle of the fields. Talking about fields, with the lack of land, whether you are deep in the countryside or close to sizable cities, you will see people cultivate vegetables almost everywhere, adding even more contrast to the view. Mount Hiei, Shiga. A Bodhisattva sits in peace. The country is not for everyone, as there are many untold rules. You have to accept that people often won't tell you what they feel or what they want straight. The gestures, the stares, they don't necessarily mean what you'd think at first. And as a foreigner, you're bound to make a few mistakes and stand out. But Japan is an inspiring country. As a designer who likes to contemplate nature and have deep conversations, here I found a place where I feel comfortable. Life is still busy, but it's peaceful. Mount Wakaksa, Nara. The sun sets and sinks beneath the horizon.